do these brothers, founders, identical twins become builders, dropped in the middle of a marketer need to bring mobile apps performance, app downloads, engagement, build something that's unrivaled, nothing stronger.
The Toon Brothers, founding measurement for mobile forward, got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being the self-starters in 1 year. They profited and started dreaming larger.
And every day as apps, we're finding partners and finding a way to drive downloads. A new ecosystem rose up. With pride, they were longing for something to be a part of. The brothers were ready to build, serve, invest, and acquire.
Then a hurricane came and Facebook lit a flame, and Toon saw a future bigger than one aim. Forced a team to make a vision, connect mobile marketing, and they listened and retained a testament to their name.
Well, the word got around, they said, she's insane, man. Toon Marketing Console as a unified new platform, measure attribution and engagement in one place, and it's all gonna be one thing, one SDK, man.
Peter Ryan Hamilton. My name is Peter Ryan Hamilton. And there's a million things we haven't done, but just you wait, just you wait.
If you were here in last July, in this room, saw Malcolm 1 year later, you're probably guessing, wondering what's gonna happen. Is there an announcement, a big step?
They're gonna launch something, but you don't know yet. Now we're here together, marketers and partners side by side, ready to do business, build up your campaigns to the sky. Your boss is saying,
Okay, you gotta make it worth
they
it.
started meeting and greeting every person on the list.
There's gonna be so much here to do and not just party through. You're gonna be dead and tired. Happy, so happy that you decided to join us in Seattle. Welcome to the place, y'all. Trading office hours for 2 days of living large, y'all. From every expert in this mobile verse. For the future, making apps connect with web. I'm telling you, this is it, like a marketer's fairyland. And Postback, you can be a new man.
At Postback, you can be a new man. At Postback, you can be a new man. At Postback, you can be a new man.
At Postback!
Just you wait.
Peter Ryan Hamilton, Peter Ryan Hamilton.
The market stack is changing.
The market stack is changing, so never back down. We'll always keep measuring. Oh, Peter Ryan Hamilton, Peter Ryan Hamilton. Reporters blog about Toon. Will they know what Toon overcame? Will they know Toon rewrote the game? The world will never be the same. Oh,
Deep links are pretty common now, and instant apps are
you
common.
wait.
Another OS update, search as after
Just you
We're
wait.
here to talk about it, all solve all of mobile's problems.
We're glad you came. Me, I dig this song.
Me, I think it's wrong.
Me, they hired me.
And me, I'm the damn fool that wrote it.
There's a million things we haven't done, but just you wait.
What's up next, man?
Stay. Guys, go on. One more, yes. Thank you. Okay, yeah, so that's what happens when you give someone that has a music degree a stage and he doesn't get to use it enough. So there we are. I don't know really how we go from here. I guess I apologize for the utter lack of humility. But I at least hope some of you know of Hamilton the Musical. How many have heard of Hamilton the Musical? Okay, so we're doing pretty well, which is good. So we're actually going to raffle up a couple of tickets to Hamilton in New York City. And we'd like to sort of kick that off now. If you would like to be entered in the raffle, one person gets 2 tickets. Download the mobile app, Postback, and check into this session. And by the end of the keynote, we're going to give out those 2 tickets. So you do have to get yourself to New York, so sorry about that. But the Hamilton tickets are more expensive than a flight, so don't worry about it. We'll skip all of those. Welcome to Postback. Yeah. How many of you have been in Postback before? We're going to do another show of hands. Yeah, I think that's like a third of the audience. That's a pretty good retention rate. Noted. We're slightly bigger this year, but we're still trying to keep it somewhat intimate. We've got about 1,000 attendees. We did cut off registrations at that. Why do we call it Postback? For those of you that use Tune products or use any attribution platform, you've probably heard the term. Hopefully you know what it does. It means that a marketer wants to tell their partner that a conversion occurred or an install occurred, right? So it's that server-to-server relationship between a marketer and a partner. So we wanted this conference that we started 4 years ago to be that human-to-human connection and feedback loop, right? So think about that. We want to connect you guys in deeper ways, in a more relational way, rather than just in a server or postback way. You can expect a lot of surprises along the way. We've got some pretty great music kind of happening all over, and of course some surprises tonight. We've got some special guests that are going to show up that you don't even know about yet. And of course we have some exciting announcements as we go along. And yeah, the team, the marketing team, and everybody that's worked on Postback, there's tons of little details hiding for you, and I really hope you enjoy all of that. So when you leave Postback, I want you to take at least 2 things with you. One, I want you to take away something strategic, something that's going to change your business, something that's going to change your career. So that means you kind of got to listen, and you have to pay attention to what's happening on stage, and you got to talk to each other as you're spending time out in the social areas to try to investigate, find that thing that's going to make a major difference for your business. I guarantee you there's someone in this room that will completely transform your business based on that strategic thing. But one step further is to build that one lifelong friendship or relationship. I'd love for you to find someone here that you actually want to be friends with for the rest of your career, and that's going to be one of the things you take with you from Postback 20 years from now. It's going to be the thing that you actually remember. So I challenge you to do that. Find one person that you really dig and get to know them better. We have... I'm just skipping around here, guys. Sorry. This is what... After doing a little musical number, my head's running around. There are 3 rules to Postback. Number 1, be social. So we have a lot of social events. I really encourage you to show up to them and try to get to know people. You're not going to want to skip some of those things, of course, because those are a lot of the surprises. But, get your social on. I know some of you, it just drains you like crazy, but that's what the weekend's for, and you can recuperate. So really think about being social. Also, be open. We have people from all over the world that are going to be on this stage, as well as in the audience, and there are a lot of different points of view. And I hope that you'll be open to those different points of view and think about what it means for you. We also, I keep on switching my slides. The future of marketing is what this whole Postback is about, so I want you to be also open to that. What does this look like? And be open to new ideas and thinking about that. Being open also means being respectful of each other and taking social cues from people and not cornering them. So vendors, be careful. I know who you are. And the last rule of Postback is the party. If you've been to Postback before, you know that we want you to have a really great time together. We think that's what fosters all these other things and really creates a great atmosphere and a great show. So now I'm going to talk about some stuff. We now have over 4 million apps across Google Play and iTunes, and you've all heard, sort of the scary numbers about app downloads. Even in 2014, ComScore was saying that 65% of Americans download 0 apps per month. That seems strange because I think some of you have driven some app installs per month. You know, and I do agree that the app install market is peaking as a currency, and we're going to pull out some research today that says that it's definitely not zero, and we might be able to put a little bit more fine a point on it. But it's important to realize that we do need to go beyond it, and we do need to think about what's next. So US smartphone users, this is sort of their app downloads per month. When you think about how many apps does the average person download, we've found through our own quantitative research that it's about 1.4 apps per device per month on iOS, and it's about 1.3 on Android. Apple and Google can confirm my numbers there. But that may not sound very significant, but it's the difference between 0 and hundreds of millions, right? If you actually start to break it down a little bit more into age groups, you see 80% of people that are 24 and younger download 1 to 3 per month, and you see 60% of people over 55 are also downloading at least an app per month. So really, you see the vast majority of people downloading something. We all know that sort of app downloads have kind of created this economy, and we know also that people that are very habitual in clicking ads a lot, downloading lots of apps, are the ones that are really the meat of this industry. We call them the whales, right? And there's still a lot of those out there, and they're consuming apps at a higher pace than they ever have. Sorry. So one thing is for sure, we just can't keep app downloads as this currency. In fact, the download itself is kind of threatened on extinction. You see instant apps coming out from Google, allows you to bypass the App Store, allows you to experience an app in a native experience without actually having to download it. It's early technology, but we think the platforms are going to get better and better at this, both Google and Apple. And how would we actually even measure that today? How would we think about that? If someone uses an app but didn't download it, is it a visit? Are we tracking it kind of like a website? I'm looking forward to figuring that out with all of you and having those conversations over these next couple of days. And also grateful to the platforms that are being open about this as well, open to this conversation. Google and Apple, you guys are doing an amazing job really being inclusive and trying to figure out what's the best thing for the consumer as well as for the marketer. Links. So what's going to happen with links? I guess I rapped about deep links being a common part of our vernacular now, but the marketer is still pretty confused about deep links. Our data shows that it's really 5% of marketers really using deep links today. And they're having trouble communicating with their developer teams and figuring out how is it that I can have the best system for deep links to get people where they're supposed to go. And now we have universal links on the horizon. These bring some promise because it sort of unifies the experience of web and also of app, but it's going to be a learning curve for all of us. And we certainly need to think about how are we going to unify our approach across all of these technologies to serve the user best. Both deep links and universal links, they do provide a lot of promise in the way of both routing and then also measurement. For example, Tune uses deep links to measure Facebook campaigns. Think of it like UTM parameters for Google Analytics, where you would place parameters on a deep link, a user continues on and opens an app, and we need to figure out where to deliver that user, so we take the deep link and those parameters, and we do that matching, and we connect it together. It's pretty cool because it's just an open technology. It's just there. It's just provided by the platform. And I expect to see more of that behavior, more of that increased transparency and simplicity in delivering the customer where they need to go and letting the marketer see it. So we definitely have a lot more to work on with links, but I can tell you that we're committed to it, and I think all of you are pretty excited about it. but keep your knowledge level high. Keep thinking about this over the next couple of months because it's going to go quick, and suddenly we're going to start locking in and we're going to start feeling it, and you're going to see the industry sort of explode out of it. So this year in mobile, there are a lot of crazy things that happened. But one, I don't know if a lot of you have paid attention, is that the web is kind of creeping back. In fact, tomorrow we're going to have a session about this topic, sort of diving deeper into it. At Tune, we've witnessed this specifically because we launched web measurement last year, and so we're just sort of watching adoption. I think most of you here probably don't even know that we do measurement with the Tune Marketing Console. And so back in November of 2015, about 4.5% of apps in the Tune Marketing Console were mobile web. And then today, it's already 16.5% of apps in the Tune Marketing Console are mobile web. And now, and in Q1, we were averaging 58 new mobile web apps on the platform, and now we're averaging 100 new mobile web apps on the platform. The power users of Tune are measuring about 35% of their traffic actually on web rather than app. That's a pretty major change. Universal links is only going to increase that. Suddenly, we're going to give a single link where someone can click and move to an experience, whether they have the app or not. They're going to land and find the content that they want, and they're going to be able to use it immediately. My slides died? Oh. We saw some consolidations in the last year. We saw AOL get acquired, Opera, AdColony, Millennial Media, Market Share, MoPub, Exalate, Supersonic, the Weather Company even. There was an incredible amount of consolidation, and I think that's only going to increase. It's been a wonderful ride to see all of these companies as they move into these large organizations and fit into their strategic pieces and start to solve other problems for the industry. And we also saw new technologies emerge, like mParticle and Branch and Button and Singular. New advertising platforms enter the market, like Snapchat ads, search ads with Apple, and Pinterest has app install ads now. So now they're just becoming more and more options for marketers to take advantage of. We saw AR into the market in a mass appeal. I'm not going to actually say which app it is because I think it's going to be said about a million times on this stage. We saw Unity raise an incredible round of funding. Congrats to our friends at Unity, holy cow. We saw Line pull off one of the best IPOs of 2016. And we saw big retail and commerce wake up. Really, we've been talking about it, the year of mobile, for years and years, but suddenly this vertical of retail and commerce, especially in the United States, is throwing dollars in and growing as quickly as they can. So the trick will be for us to keep up with that demand. Demand is not going to be the problem over the next year. It's going to be supply, and it's going to take partners like all of you to help fill that need. So at Tune, we've certainly been building for the future. We launched the Tune Marketing Console as the first platform that covers the entire marketing stack for mobile. We're going to continue to add to it, of course. We wanted to consolidate it and make it simpler with a single SDK. But the real point is that you have a system of record as a marketer, and we want to build on all the things you need to activate that system of record and reach the right customer, right place, right time. Right? That's what this is all about. So the next guest I want to have up here actually was the founder of Mobile Dev HQ. It's an acquisition that we announced at Postback 2 years ago. He's someone I would call the father of App Store optimization, and he's one of the greatest leaders I've had the privilege to work with. Please welcome to the stage the general manager of the Tune Marketing Console, Ian Zefferman.
Thank you, Peter. It feels amazing to be up here right now. It was 2 years ago, on this exact day, actually, July 21st, at almost this exact hour, 10 a.m., that I officially joined Tune via the acquisition of Mobile Dev HQ. And when I first joined Tune, which was actually the freshly named Tune, in fact, we did so because we really believed in the concept of combining tools for paid app marketers with the tools for organic app marketers. We knew in our gut that we could do more together as one company. But we thought we could go a lot further than just combining paid and organic data. We really believe that we could help marketers understand mobile start to finish. And that vision was really just a glimmer in our eyes 2 years ago, so we've set out to make it a reality since then. In the last 2 years, we've actually made 2 other acquisitions to continue to round out our portfolio. First, we acquired a database technology company out of Dallas, Texas, that allowed us to continue to scale our systems and provide the best, most customizable reporting in our category, the same reporting that you guys know and love today. The team also helped to invent our business intelligence product, which gives marketers the deepest insights possible. We added to that last year by acquiring the amazing product and team from Artisan to lead our efforts in in-app marketing. With in-app marketing, we've given marketers the ability to engage and measure their audience from the top of the funnel all the way through to the bottom. We now have 4 main solutions in Tune Marketing Console: attribution analytics, app store analytics, in-app marketing, and business intelligence. But we're nowhere close to done yet. Every day our roadmap gets larger, our vision gets brighter, and we're busy working on what the next generation of mobile marketing tools look like. It's still day one in mobile and mobile marketing, and we're excited to continue pushing this wave further and higher with all of you. It should be no surprise to anybody here at Postback that mobile has become the center of a person's digital identity. It's an always-on, always available personal connection to your digital life. As an industry, we need to continue to work to solve our challenges, create more opportunities, and embrace new technologies in order to help consumers get the most from those devices and to capitalize on these fundamental changes. Things like cross-platform and cross-device marketing, linking, and integrating marketers and partners. This is really just the beginning, and at Tune, we're on a mission to build the wall-less garden for marketers and partners to connect easily and transparently. I really cannot wait to see what the future holds for each of your businesses and the industry in general. Thank you so much for being here this week, and I'm looking forward to talking with you all. Thanks.
Give it up for Ian, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you get a chance to know him. He's an incredible person and has certainly transformed so many things that we do at Tune. Perhaps the most unique thing about Tune is that we don't just build technologies for marketers. We also build systems and platforms for ad networks, agencies, publishers, and so many other kinds of partners. So next, I'd like to invite our general manager, Cameron Stewart of Has Offers, and our partner products out to the stage. Give it up for a performance marketing legend, the guy who hired me, and my very dear friend, Cameron.
Thank you, Peter. As you mentioned, the fact that Tune builds technology for both marketers and their partners makes us really unique to any other company in the mobile marketing space. Needless to say, with all these products, things can get a little bit confusing to figure out what product is right for you. That's why today, we're pulling together all of our products for partners and vendors into one ecosystem called Tune Connect. You will notice on our new Tune website, we've organized our product offering into 2 different places. So if you're a marketer, you'll get navigated to Tune Marketing Console. And if you're a network, partner, or vendor, Tune Connect is for you. When we first began building technology for the performance marketing industry, we created Has Offers, a comprehensive and flexible platform for managing affiliates and publishers. Today, Has Offers is the largest provider of technology to ad networks, media buyers, and publishers across the world, supporting over 1,800 clients. Let's make that 18,000. With all the knowledge and advancements that Tune's made in mobile, Has Offers has literally become the place for mobile networks to run their business. Another product that we've built that's going to live underneath Tune Connect is our Partner Center. This is a place for our integrated ad partners to easily connect and work with marketers by getting real-time access to the stats for the campaigns that they're running, and also a place for them to configure their own technology and systems through, you guessed it, Postbacks. And the last part of Tune Connect is going to be a place for Tune's technology partners. We really believe that Tune is a wall-less garden. And what that means is that we need to work with whatever technology is possible to make our clients win and work with the technologies that they need. We now have teams, resources, and information set up for these tech partners. And over the next year, we're going to continue to invest in these relationships to drive our ecosystem even broader. With all of the products of Has Offers, the Tune Partner Center, and then also supporting our integrated ad partners and our technology partners, we now have a way to communicate what we mean through Tune Connect. We can provide access for these partners to the marketer through Postbacks, platforms, and APIs. We can show who we're integrated with, how they're integrated, and also give a place for new partners to come and connect into our ecosystem. So I'm really excited to announce Tune Connect today. I'm even more excited to have a lot of conversations over beers and cocktails with all of you guys about how we can make Tune Connect better, how you can help complement it, and also how to help drive Has Offers forward. So thank you again for coming to Postback, and yay for Tune Connect.
Thanks, Cameron. One more thing about partners. Last year at Postback, we actually launched the Tune Certified Partner Program. And the point of this is to make it easier on the marketer and ultimately also on the partner to make sure the right data is going into the right place. I have to give a huge shout out to our partner team that has been working with everyone. And I mean, it's insane. It's wrangling cats, man, to get all this data in the right place at the right time. And they've done an incredible job being patient and diligent and working with the entire industry. So shout out to the Tune partner team. Thank you guys wherever you are. This was the list that we launched last year for the Tune Certified Partner Program. In the middle of the year, then we launched another wave, and now today we've actually like to announce the third wave of Tune Certified Partners. All of these partners are passing all the right information on cost, on click, on impression. Their postbacks are working properly. If you're gonna work with them and you're using Tune products, it's gonna be seamless. So thank you to all of these partners for putting in the work, building the tools, and making it happen. So we have a few updates that I want to run through, some kind of exciting things. First of all, I want to show you that we've been busy, that we have been building lots of things that are adding to each of the products on the Tune Marketing Console and in Tune Connect. But in particular, you all know attribution analytics as the tentpole of the Tune Marketing Console, and this thing is evolving constantly, sometimes maybe too fast. Sometimes you log in and you're like, where the hell's that button? I used to use that button all the time. We're gonna do a better job of making those rollouts as seamless as possible, but we don't wanna slow down innovation. We wanna keep moving as fast as we possibly can. And one of the things that we focused on recently is to make campaign measurement simpler for partners and marketers. And one of those things is improving the Postback system itself. So when you log in now, it's going to be simple toggles. It's a simple way to flip on and off from installs, opens, registrations, and purchases. We've made it as easy as we can to make sure the right data is going to the right partners, that you're able to set these things up universally or individually, and you can rest assured that you know that whatever your terms are and whatever your privacy requirements are, that you are able to turn on and off the right pieces of data with the right columns of data and also the right events. But we also launched Audiences. Audiences is unique to attribution analytics across providers, and it allows you to create a segment of your customers that you can share with a partner. Maybe you want to look at installs that occurred in the last 30 days, and maybe you want, based on your demographic data, males, or maybe you want based on what partner that it originally came from, maybe it was Google or Twitter, and you want to be able to package that up, you want to send it to a new partner so they can know this is what you're looking for, this is how we're targeting, these are the lookalikes that make sense to us. This is completely in the marketer's hands to be able to package up these audiences and send them where you want them to go. And that includes to your own internal systems. On in-app marketing, Ian talked about in-app marketing a little bit before. Everyone in this category really calls it marketing automation. We decided not to call it that yet because that's not really what it is. It's sending messages to customers based on what we know about them. And one of the things that we were missing with in-app marketing over the launch and over the last 6 months is a way to increase the ease of making a push notification or message to your customer at the right place, right time. And that means getting product involved. That means being able to do all different kinds of things you might want to do with that customer. Maybe you want to enable a push to a tune segment or multiple segments, push to an individual associated with a push token or an IDFA. Maybe there's a bulk set of pushes that you want to send based on something. The list goes on and on and on and on. I'm not going to read it all to you, but there are a ton of features that are built into this push API that is now available with the in-app marketing platform. This was a huge effort by the Artisan team that we acquired that is now the in-app marketing team. They have done a phenomenal job, honestly, and they have hit every single deadline. It is out of control what they've been able to do. So please give a round of applause to the in-app marketing team. These guys have really delivered. I'm kind of flying through some of these, but we also have App Store Analytics that you guys are familiar with to boost your discovery in the App Store itself. Of course, we also have ads now in the App Stores, so you may want to be thinking about how my keywords now relate now to advertising in the App Stores. But also, you need to be able to optimize your user experience when someone does find their way to your page. So we have launched A/B testing. Most of you, I think, are familiar with this. But more recently, we've upgraded our A/B tests to have faster results. We're using something called exploration exploitation for you mathematicians out there. But basically, you're testing sort of previous variables that performed really highly and really well against brand new variables that also might perform really well, but we don't know yet. And so the science of that is what makes it so much faster to quickly find the perfect icon that you need for your App Store page, the perfect screenshots, and everything that makes that customer experience go pop. Business intelligence. This one can be a little confusing because you're like, well, I have a BI team, or I use Tableau. Well, this is business intelligence for the marketer, where you get complete access to 100 reports across all your deep mobile data that you already have. If you're using the Tune Marketing Console, you have an incredibly rich set of data that you're already connected to, and you're only using a very small part of it. This business intelligence platform, as Ian talked about, was built by our team in Dallas. It's the data stream itself that makes it really complicated, and we have a unique relationship with Tableau that allows us to visualize these things in every way, shape, and form. Just to give you an idea, one of the things you could look at is attribution. You can look at attribution waterfalls. You can look at multi-touch attribution. Maybe you're looking at partners that are showing you that are giving you last clicks. But what about those that are the first click? What about those that engage the customer first? Who are those winners? What about these last non-direct clicks? Right? You really need to study this because it's not a vacuum. It's not just one partner hits your customer one time and then a conversion happens. We know this for a fact. Most customers, especially those that engage with ads, are seeing something 2, 3, 5 times before they actually engage and go all the way through the funnel. So I urge you to think deeper about attribution. This has been one of the biggest topics of the past year as well, traffic quality and fraud. Marketers and partners both are tackling this from both sides. And with the business intelligence product, we've actually now launched 12 reports on traffic quality and fraud. And we have far more reporting than you can get anywhere else on traffic quality analysis right here. Things like repeated install attempts and jailbroken devices are obvious, but we're looking at ghost users, those that download but have no activity. We're looking at time to install. We're looking at abnormal click patterns. We are looking deeply into your mobile data to figure out exactly what is good traffic quality and what is not. So I urge you to at least think about how can I get deeper into my data, and Tune Business Intelligence is one way to do that. So I've got one more little update, and this is the one I've sort of been building up to. And this is something we've been waiting for months, and we're very excited about. And it has to do with return on ad spend, because it's annoying. calculating return on what you're spending as a marketer is the most annoying thing right now. And it really shouldn't be. How are you guys doing it today? Are you running around logging in to all the different ad networks and platforms and then exporting all the data and then going to your attribution provider and importing all the data from there and mixing it up in an Excel spreadsheet, and you don't really know how the time logs are working, but you're just sort of guessing maybe on a daily basis and you're just rolling through this like crazy. I don't know, maybe you've got an intern that's doing all the collecting and exporting. That's probably a good idea. But it's annoying for a couple of reasons because, of course, there's just the manual labor that happens with it, but also it's just not accurate, right? It's just not actually quite right. The things just don't really line up. And if you're not doing that, maybe you're paying for a platform to help you do that. Maybe you're paying a couple $1,000s to be able to do that. And that seems a little crazy because you're paying for attribution and you're paying for all of your media. Like, you're paying for all this. All the data is yours. You have all this data. Like, why do I have to pay for someone just to put it on top of each other and start to make more sense of it? Ad partner data needs to be connected with attribution data. And we're in a pretty good position to be able to do this. Tune is really a first-party measurement and attribution provider that is that single system of record that gives you all of that first-party information you need to connect out to partners. And it's big data. It's every row and every log, right? We have solved these engineering problems to deal with the massive scale of big data. So then aggregating that data down and figuring out how to connect it with the ad spend data coming from partners should be a pretty simple task, and honestly, not a very expensive task for us to undergo. So you can see a little quote from our co-founder and our chief architect. Now we can leverage our years of experience with transactional data to connect it with smaller, aggregated data sets seamlessly. This next product is something that Lucas and Lee, our co-founders, have been locked away with a team of engineers working on really for the past 9 months. And it has been a passion project and something really fun because we know that we're solving a need that marketers really have. And it's not just and it doesn't stop here. There's so much more that we can do and build in terms of aggregation. But this is a standalone product that we built here in-house at Tune. And I'd like to introduce you to the Multiverse. Pretty cool name, huh? So this is kind of how it works. We take attribution data like from Tune and eventually from other attribution providers as well. We take data from ad spend and eventually also from ad revenue. We take data from app stores like iOS and Android, and we bring it into something that helps to unify it, that cleans it up, that granularizes it on an hourly basis so that we can make sure that these numbers actually match up. And we can standardize ad spend across your partners. We can calculate the return on ad spend deterministically from your attribution data. And we can do reconciliation of all of this data so you can see, here's the installs that my partner's showing, here's the installs that Tune is showing, or Adjust or AppsFlyer. And this is what you want to see. You want to see ad spend and installs and cost per install and the 14-day revenue and your ROI. You want to see it all on one line. You just want to see it nice and simply put right there in front of you. You want to have flexible cohorts on that. You want to be able to just log in and have this accessible to you, export it, use it in your own systems as well. At launch, we have 50-plus API integrations for ad spend. These are some of the logos that are part of that 50-plus. You can imagine what a toll that was to get through 50 plus, a huge effort from the engineering team. We also have 40 plus that will be active on ad spin imports for measurement URLs. So that's counting up to about 90. And then every ad network that uses has offers as their backend will also be imported from the Multiverse if you're working with any of these partners. So we're going to have well over 100 partners already integrated on launch. And we're even going to show you reports. These are to help you better understand what the trends are in your ad spend analysis and figure out what you need to do from here. And it's all going to be in one simple, unified platform that stands in its own domain, multiverse.com. And the best part is that it's free. Yeah, we think that this is something that it's a basic human right for marketers to be able to aggregate return on ad spend. And yeah, we hope to keep it that way. We want to make it something that really just makes daily life a little bit better for the marketer. We're going to continue to build on it, absolutely. And I just want to say thank you again for coming to Postback. Again, get out of your comfort zone in these next couple of days. Be social, be open, and party together. Thank you.